In a brazen and unprovoked attack, Iran launched a massive missile barrage targeting Israel. The assault, which began shortly after midnight, sent shockwaves through the region and sparked fears of a wider conflict. Cities across Israel, including Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, were targeted in the attack. Over 180 ballistic missiles were fired from Iranian territory, marking the largest attack of its kind in recent history. The missiles, many carrying significant explosive payloads, rained down on Israeli territory for over an hour. The night sky was illuminated by fiery explosions as the missiles reached their targets. This unprecedented attack is a significant escalation of tensions between the two countries. It marks the first time Iran has directly targeted Israeli territory with ballistic missiles. The attack represents a dangerous gamble by Tehran and has been met with widespread international condemnation. Despite the scale of the attack, initial reports suggest relatively low casualties in Israel. This is largely due to the effectiveness of Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system. The system, designed to intercept short-range rockets and missiles, proved highly effective in shooting down a significant number of incoming projectiles. The Iron Dome system, while credited with saving countless lives, could not prevent all of the missiles from reaching their targets. Several buildings were damaged or destroyed in the attacks, and there were reports of injuries. However, the casualty count remains remarkably low given the intensity and duration of the missile barrage. The success of Israel's missile defense system highlights the country's technological prowess in countering missile threats. However, the attack serves as a stark reminder of the constant threat Israel faces and the ever-present potential for violence in the region. In a televised address to the nation, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu condemned the attack as an act of war. He vowed a swift and forceful response, stating that Iran had made a grave miscalculation in targeting Israeli citizens. Netanyahu emphasized that Israel would not tolerate such aggression and would take all necessary measures to defend itself. He stated that Israel's response would be forceful, unequivocal, and will be remembered by our enemies for a very long time. While the exact nature of Israel's retaliation remains unclear, military analysts expect a significant response. Potential targets could include Iranian military facilities, weapons depots, and command and control centers. The coming hours and days will be critical as the world waits to see how Israel chooses to respond. Section 4. Global outcry. International community condemns Iranian aggression. The international community has roundly condemned Iran's missile attack on Israel. The United States, a staunch ally of Israel, issued a statement expressing its unwavering support for Israel's right to defend itself. The statement condemned Iran's actions as reckless and dangerous. The European Union echoed these sentiments, calling the attack a grave escalation that threatens regional stability. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the situation, during which member states expressed deep concern over the violence and called for restraint from all parties. The international community is urging both Iran and Israel to avoid further escalation and to seek a peaceful resolution to the conflict. However, the situation remains tense, and the potential for further violence is high. Section 5. A region on edge. Fears of a wider conflict loom large. The Iranian missile attack on Israel has sent shockwaves through the Middle East, raising fears of a wider regional conflict. The attack, occurring against a backdrop of already heightened tensions, has the potential to ignite a conflagration that could engulf the entire region. One of the greatest concerns is the potential for the conflict to draw in other actors. Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed militant group based in Lebanon, has been a key player in past conflicts with Israel. Hamas, the Palestinian militant group that controls the Gaza Strip, has also engaged in numerous conflicts with Israel. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, acutely aware of the potential for miscalculation and escalation. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining whether this latest outbreak of violence can be contained, or whether it will spiral into a wider and more devastating conflict.